Chaos. Tull frowned.
Yes, Captain, chaos. You say the word like you've never heard it before.
I know the word. You say it like it has a specific connotation.
Well, of course it has,
Tull said.
No starfaring race in the cosmos can operate without understanding the nature of chaos. We thank the Eldar for teaching us the rudiments of it, but we would have recognized it soon enough without their help. Surely one can't use the Immaterium for any length of time without coming to terms with chaos as a—
His voice trailed off.
Great and holy heavens, you don't know, do you?
Don't know what? Loken snapped. Tull began to laugh, but it wasn't mocking.
All this time, we've been pussyfooting around you and your great War Master, fearing the worst.
Loken took a step forward. Commander, he said, I will own up to ignorance and embrace illumination, but I will not be laughed at.
Forgive me.
Tell me why I should. Illuminate me. Tull stopped laughing and stared into Loken's face. His blue eyes were terribly cold and hard.
Chaos is the damnation of all mankind, Loken. Chaos will outlive us and dance on our ashes. All we can do, all we can strive for, is to recognize its menace and keep it at bay, for as long as we persist.
Not enough, said Loken. Tull shook his head sadly.
We were so wrong,
he said. About what?
About you, about the Imperium. I must go to Naud at once and explain this to him. If only the substance of this had come out earlier.
Explain it to me first, now, here. Tull gazed at Loken for a long, silent moment, as if judging his options. Finally, he shrugged and said,
Chaos is a primordial force of the cosmos. It resides within the Immaterium, what you call the warp. It is a source of the most malevolent and complete corruption and evil. It is the greatest enemy of mankind, both Interrex and Imperial. I mean, because it destroys from within, like a cancer. It is insidious. It is not like a hostile alien form to be defeated or expunged. It spreads like a disease. It is the root of all sorcery and magic. It is—
He hesitated and looked at Loken with a pained expression.
It is the reason we have kept you at arm's length. You have to understand that when we first made contact, we were exhilarated, overjoyed. At last, contact with our lost kin, contact with Terra, after so many generations. It was a dream we had all cherished. But we knew we had to be careful. In the ages since we had last contact with Terra, things might have changed. An age of strife and damnation had passed. There was no guarantee that the men who looked like men and claimed to come from Terra in the name of a new Terran Emperor might not be agents of chaos in seemly disguise. There was no guarantee that while the men of the Interrex remained pure, the men of Terra might have become polluted and transformed by the ways of chaos.
We are not.
Let me finish, Loken. Chaos, when it manifests, is brutal, rapacious, warlike. It is a force of unquenchable destruction. So the Eldar have taught us, and the Kinnebrak. And so, the pure men of the Interrex have stood to check chaos wherever it rears its warlike visage. Tell me, Captain, how warlike do you appear? Vast and bulky, bred for battle, driven to destroy, led by a man you happily title War Master. War Master. What manner of rank is that? Not Emperor, not Commander, not General, but War Master. The bluntness of the term reeks of chaos. We want to embrace you, yearn to embrace you, to join with you, to stand shoulder to shoulder with you. But we fear you, Loken. You resemble the enemy we have been raised from birth to anticipate. The all-conquering, unrelenting demon of Chaos War, the bloody-handed god of annihilation.
That is not us, said Loken, aghast. Tull nodded eagerly.
I know it. I see it now, truly. We have made a mistake in our delays. There is no taint in you. There is only the most surprising innocence.
I'll try not to be offended. Tull laughed and clasped his hands around Loken's right fist.
No need. No need. We can show you the dangers to watch for. We can be brothers and...
He paused suddenly and took his hand away. What is it? Loken asked. Tull was listening to his comm relay. His face darkened.
Understood,
he said to his collar mic.
Action at once.
He looked back at Loken.
Security lockdown, Captain. I'm sorry, this seems very blunt after what we've just been saying. But would you surrender your weapons to me?